Greetings. I hope this video finds you well and prosperous. Check this out. Dating in the modern era. I don't date. I would tell any man, don't date. Excuse me. If you study the history of a thing, see, you really get to the foundation of certain things. It gives you clarity, and you can balance your life with that clarity. So you study, various things, and you want to have an understanding. You gain wisdom and knowledge and understanding over the years. So I was thinking about this dating thing. I was like, that was not always the case. Back in the day, it was more like it went from arranging people getting together to courtship. Folks were courting. Like my dad, he courted my mother. So that's another discussion. But it's a part of this discussion. Yeah, then they sort of came up with dating. So I've already studied how cities got started in the United States of the corporation. Cities and urban living and suburban living. And it tells a great story when you go back to the beginning of a thing. So one reason I was studying this is because I was having a conversation with someone about the so-called black community. I tried to explain to this individual, there's never been no such thing as a black community. There was never a time when a bunch of people, brown-skinned people, gathered together and said, hey, we're going to develop a city, a county, or just all of this stuff there's a rural living. Most brown-skinned, copper-colored people was in that rural living. Then the brown-skinned people migrated north, the industrial age. They migrated north to those cities. So these cities were built for industry. They needed to house the workers. So this is how neighborhood after neighborhood was built, to house the workers. Yet that stuff was not designed for people to live in harmony, and a bunch of these inner cities and all that stuff was designed for workers. So that's how the hoods was formed. Workers, housing for the workers. You have a bunch of neighborhoods surrounding factories, industry. Me growing up in Milwaukee, we had Briggs and Stratton. We had the American Motor Car Company. We had A.O. Smith. You may have seen some old school A.O. Smith hot water heaters. They also made car frames at A.O. Smith. So yeah, a bunch of people worked at A.O. Smith, Briggs and Stratton, American Motors. Yeah, they didn't go to these places, move to these places for paradise living. They just went there for jobs. This is where the dating came in. I said, Chris, what all that has to do with it? This is where the dating came into the game. Some of them people were married. I would say the majority of them were married. Some women were not. Listen, they started having children, and those children started dating. They started marketing to those teenagers. Yeah, the milkshake shop and ice cream parlor. It was all marketing. It was an industry to do commerce and make money. That is the only way you can explain dating. It's from its foundation. Yeah, inner cities and growing towns. And they got to a point where, hey, they started building more and more businesses and doing more and more commerce. So, hey, they wanted the kids to come to the candy store and in the, restaurants and all. It's a bunch of marketing. It will have, and if you think about it, it will have you spending unnecessary money. Unnecessary money. Taking women out on dates. This is where we need to renew our minds. I do not date women. I reward women for their good behavior, for their cooperation. Okay, you are down with me. We get along. Let's do some things. I'm not out here dating. Man, look, I'm out here enjoying relationships. While you see more and more people complaining about the dating market, because society was not meant to be structured around the commercialization, the commercial industry of dating. It is for profit. Even, and wine is down, even the prostitutes say, would you like a date? I want you to meditate on that. Prostitutes say, would you like a date? And they in the game for the money. Fellas, don't be out here dating these women. Man, get with you a woman or some women. You all enjoy yourselves doing something that you all like to do together, or introduce her to some things that you enjoy doing. But she has to already be submissive. Then she can reap the benefits of doing those things with you. Ladies, get with you a good guy and invest in him, because that's an investment in you. He's the head of the one body. That's another discussion. I'm going to get with you all later. Peace.